What is going on, guys? Today we have got Bruno Guimaraes, the 88 Brazilian. He has now had an upgrade from his 87 and obviously will continue to get upgrades as we go through the knockouts. So if you want to check that out, EA's website has a full list of what the upgrades are. Obviously, as we go through the knockouts, I'll familiarize myself with the entire upgrade kind of pattern, as we don't just get necessarily upgrades on his rating. We have skill move and weak foot upgrade, especially for the final, plus extra traits going forward. With Guimaraes, he has gone from an 87 to an 88, and honestly, he is probably one, maybe two upgrades away from being the incredible centre mid that everybody will want. He's coming in now at 317k. I saw him yesterday at about 270, and once the upgrade happened, obviously he is going to go up again. So more than likely we will see Brazil maybe go through another knockout round. I would probably imagine. So it will be interesting to see where we get these cards going forward, and we will obviously bring you the review with that happening. There's also a few other players. Vinny has gone up as well, plus some one-to-watches. So if you want to see any one-to-watches, let me know down below, because we do have a cheeky little Sterling that definitely has proven very worthy of that SBC. But enough of them. Guimaraes is 88 rated, still a 3-star, unfortunately. High, 6 foot. We have got the loan version of him, unfortunately, because this card looks absolutely crackers. Flare and outside of the foot. The stats are very, very good throughout again, and we did give him a gleaming review in his 87, so I'm expecting nothing but the best from him in this match. So he's got good pace now. Obviously, we don't see the actual difference between them. I wonder if FIFA rosters actually have the old card still, because I'd love that on Footbin if we could see what the 88 was and what the 87 was. So it looks like Bruno hasn't been upgraded on here. So in terms of the last card we had, so he's had a 2 increase on pace, he's had 2 increase on shooting, 1 on passing, 1 on dribbling, 1 on defending, and 1 on physical. So to be honest, a standard upgrade, but a nice upgrade for pace, a little bit more on that shooting, the passing, everything else has done pretty well. Good composure on him. Obviously, the defending and physical are pretty top tier, and we are going with that shadow again, which will take everything up to 88 pace and 92 defending, making him a 92 DM or an 89 centre mid. We're enough talking. Let's get into Guimaraes. Right then, start the show off Guimaraes then. Honestly, what I kind of remember him from last time is the passing was absolute elite. The running was good. Defending was fantastic. So I'm expecting an absolute spectacle again from him. He is going to be more of the attacking midfielder over, obviously, Tuchemeni. We normally have Tuch and also Kessie in there. So I'm expecting him to be the one that is obviously going to push forward as we find him through. Can he get a little shot off? Little head. Good header back, doesn't quite get it back on possession, but a solid start from him. And we're going to see him out again into a 1-2 with Barkley, and Barkley screws up that play. There he is. When look for that Messi through ball. It's an absolute peach. Into it, cross goal, and what a save from Mignan as Bruno gets the ball back. Can we see a little bit of a finesse? Fake it, come across, and he's read it like an absolute book. And again, finding him what we're looking for. We're not seeing any runs there. We're trying to. He's got good agility as well. The balance on him for the dribbling is very, very nice. Keeping it nice and tight in that midfield as we find an Mbappe up top. Back in. I think Bruno is actually assisting the defense at this point. Pings it across, and Mignan had an absolute howler there. Don't know why he didn't even just kick it out, but we've managed to get the first goal. Great build-up play, and you can see having them kind of tall Hullet gang style midfielders really, really works holding this 4-4-2. And again on the ball, can we get a little bit of skill past this guy? Maybe not. When I look for a little bit of a Sterling ball, that is not exactly where I was thinking. Sterling nearly gets it. Was kind of hoping to kind of drop more at his feet rather than a big through ball. And it's just pivotal in, obviously, this kind of play. The midfield role is absolutely spot on for him. He just absolutely runs it. As long as we don't kind of just lose the ball from a pass, he naturally is a very good all-round playmaker from the midfield. He wins the ball back. He gets the ball going forward. He's a great counter-attacking midfielder. And I think just an absolute solid all-round. So I think if you've managed to get this card, you're onto an absolute winner. As we're trying to find him back, trying to push that attack if we can. Obviously, I am more defensive with him than attacking, unless I am going for maybe more of a counter-attack. That, again, will be the kind of main aspect of him. The role here, maybe to a touche first, then we find the pass out. He runs forward one more, gets the ball through, and that is exactly all I need him to do in this match. I don't need him necessarily going into the final thirds. As long as he's kind of just pushing that ball forward, that is exactly the role I personally love to play with him. And you'll see it time and time again, just picking the ball up, giving the pings. It makes the midfield so much easier to kind of run, because you just know that you've got a card there that is very good on the ball and can also give you them options going forward, but also an option to kind of be a DM as well. It is nice to maybe have him with a more static DM, somebody like what a Conte used to be, just purely for the fact that I do like to push him up more, and I don't particularly want to be doing what I'm doing now with pushing both DMs up or both CMs up, just because now we see that big hole. We definitely want one of them to kind of stick to and hold true, whereas now, as you can see, we have got 4 at the back versus, I think Van Dijk he's got there, as Bruno does come back and win it for us. And again, another good tackle. Virgil playing more of a cam role for him at the moment, does manage to outstrength him a little bit. Good turning from him. So we find the ball. We're going to look for a 1-2 with him here. Barkley's going to ping it across. We tried to force a through ball there. And Bruno, lovely, keeps the possession. And another one into Mbappe. Over to Messi if we could. We're going to find him. Bruno, first touch. Second touch wins the free kick. I don't think he was a free kick taker last time I used him, so I'm pretty sure he won't have that much of an upgrade. Free kick accuracy is 68. Yeah, there is 0 chance he's taking this free kick. Let's have a quick look though. Not even power for a kind of shot. I'm going to go for the Mbappe, Messi if we can. Over and up over the wall. And Virgil with that touch. We get Messi again, and Theo's going to go away. Bruno coming looking for that ball. Drogba's going to have that power going forward though. Oh, that's a ping from Bruno. Gets it straight to Messi. Back into Messi. He's followed the right way. I should have turned it. I knew it. Also, the big thing with Bruno as well is the high work rates are going to be his absolute best friend, with obviously up and down the pitch. I think stamina at 94, you're not going to argue at that one bit. So I think in general, this card is just a full 90 minutes 100% of the time. If we can get him through here, we're looking for that ball if we can. Tries to ping it to him. Tuchemeni is going to disallow it though. But I think with this game, there is only so many centre mids that are almost as good as Hullet, or if not, getting very close as we suggested. With Bruno's kind of granted +1s and +2s, if he does manage to go through, I was going to say that, got to be a foul. So that'll be interesting to see where this card ends up. We are seeing Brazil being one of the favourites, so it will be interesting to see, will he get the full upgrade? And obviously, we will definitely be bringing you the full upgrade if needed. Oh my. And again, he just doesn't stop. It's interesting to see the later halves of the game, just to see where he kind of ends up, because normally from what I remember, the stamina is just absolutely insane for him. He does not drop, even if you are using him a little bit more than you kind of normally would. Obviously, we are searching for him. We're going to go across goal. Good miss. And obviously, in a game, we wouldn't necessarily fully always be looking for him. It just naturally would fall to him in general. As we see here, it's a nice pass out. Normally, oh, okay, that's poor. Normally, in a review, we would kind of tend to just keep the ball to him as much as we can. In a normal game scenario, we wouldn't necessarily overuse him, which means the stamina would have a little bit less of an effect. Obviously, with this, we are kind of just trying to get the most out of him every single game, because that is the whole point of a review. You want to see what he's like if you have to use him 24/7. If you don't have another midfielder that kind of is that same sort of level, of course he's going to be the player that you are going to utilize the most, and that is just natural with anyone. If you've got an R9, tell me that you are not going to pass to your second striker or winger to try and score if you have got an R9 in your team. Lovely little bit of skill. Skips past him. Obviously, the Brazilian is working well. Roberto Carlos says, no, I'm the OG Brazilian. Damn. Good challenge from him. Even getting the slides in there. That's exactly what we want. We see the bit of pace here. Can we knock it through to a Messi? Does manage to win the ball back as well, though. So going into the overall for him then. So as we suggested with the upgrade, he has gone pretty decent, to be honest. And I think in general, this card has got the potential to go relatively far in this game. We've seen quite a few of these kind of not road to the knockouts, the path to glories. Obviously, I believe he came in team 1. In terms of, oh no, he came in team 2. It was Vinny who came in team 1. So we've obviously got him at 88. I don't know if anybody else has had an upgrade yet. I think there is a couple more, but I will have to double check. I think France are through, actually. 90 rated Nkunku looks definitely different to what I'm used to, so it'd be interesting to see if they've gone up and we can have a look at them. Obviously, Vinny being another one at 89, again, a top end player there. And in terms of France, we've got Griezmann at 88. I don't know I think Portugal are through as well, judging from 91, I want to say. I'm pretty sure Bernardo Silva was 90. But again, some absolutely massive upgrades are due to come. And we're not even in the knockout stage, which I think is going to be the most exciting part of the World Cup. Obviously, upsets and different games, penalties, extra times, winners, they're going to be absolutely crazy. But in terms of this Guimaraes, honestly, if we can get to the 80s shooting, we've then got a full list of 80s everywhere. We've got great composure. The balance is nice. Everything about this card screams a solid centre mid. If we're looking at kind of all of the midfielders, I think in general, if we go CMs and DMs, because I feel like he's very heavy on that defense with obviously the upgrade of his shadow. We've then got like Marquisio, Yaya Toure, who's a great baller in the midfield. They are kind of like the top end, which I think for me, if you're looking at, if you're comparing in between a 1.5 and a 2.3 mil card compared to 300k, that again is a massive bonus for him. If we're looking more in his price range, we're looking at Desai, Essien, we're looking at the World Cup icon Petit and Schweinsteiger, Cancelo. So he is sitting in at a very good price. The only thing I think that would stop this card every single time being the 100% chosen is the 3-star, and that is a potential if he does manage to go through further and further, and even if they do manage to win it, we could get a very top end Bruno here. Obviously in team of the season, because I can imagine he probably will get one if he continues this run with Newcastle. There is still half of a season to impress, so it'll be interesting to see there if he does get a massive upgrade to say a 95. That again would be a top end Bruno. So I think for me, he's still a 10 out of 10 card. The only thing I think that you definitely need on this card is the shadow. Other than that, the 4-star is definitely inbound and hopefully will be a big upgrade for this card when it does happen. So let me know down below if you have got a Bruno Guimaraes, or who is your one that you are looking for this tournament. Is it an English player, Brazilian, Argentinian, a French, a Spain, Germany? Let me know down below who you want to see the most. Make sure you do like and subscribe though. There will be 2 videos on the channel now in the middle. Just click on one of them if you want to carry on, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.